Poby trying to walk across. Kyeahoo here. Shroud of Darkness from Rhilech, but now he's going to get stunned up immediately afterwards. Maynter trying to come down from the top side. Fear down onto Yike as he uses the Aegis Soul into the flash. Realm Warp for the chase. Rhilech is low. He'll go onto the other side of Kyeahoo, who's been abandoned by his mid laner. And Rhilech survives with a sliver of HP. Needs Maynter to bodyguard him up towards this with a couple of the honey boots. Yike can still look for the contest. With Rhilech having flash as well, you flash over him, get the fear back, even if he does go for the flash, and he's down to not half HP. Pathmaker in, as there's the all-out coming out from Maynter, and there's the paranoia follow-up, and the Grand Sample is going to be too late. Flash away from Maynter, Rhilech needs to get out as well. The arrow not quite finding its mark as Rhilech flashes from the spear. And NAVI managed to escape with their second kill of the game, and Samdi wants to make it 3. Arcane shift forward, Aegis Soul out, Busio looking for the B drop, jump in, encore, only onto the Karma, and Yike is down. Poby takes it, NAVI in KC. And their Karma up towards this top side as well. The next real objective to fight over as well is Rift Herald in 2 minutes. As Maynter is stepping forward here. Parus coming in from the side, there's the Enchanted Crystal out into the Grand Starfall. Perfect follow-up from KC. Parus in Paris is killed off as KC find their first of the series.
A good response from NAVI, but an even better outplay from KC.
NAVI setting up around this Rift Herald. Busio going to step forward. Hawkshot coming out as they spot Rhilech doing it. Poby flashing. There's the stun. Poby flashes away. The tip is there for the follow-up. Poby can't win this one, but Rhilech is here to try and turn it around with the TP coming in behind. Rhilech falls low and he goes down, and now can Maynter win it out in the end? Parus comes across, Yike dives forward, Kyeahoo dodging out of vision. Parus tries to heal himself up with the focus resolve. Maynter will get the slam into the wall, Kyeahoo will get taken out. The chase continues for Maynter here with Parus in his pocket. He can be healed up, shielded up, focus resolve encore. The heal to get out of range. Maynter going for more. Dashes in onto Yike, who goes in with the shield vault. Q3 for the knockback. Busio gets it with a beat drop. Yike will fall in the end of 3 for 2 in favor of KC, maybe more. Caliste is here to join the fray. The volley for the slow. Busio there for the chase beat drop. Unbreakable, unstoppable from Maynter as he gets out with a pit Pathmaker. The volley for the follow-up. Busio tanking the tower. Maynter across the wall though. Caliste will still get it. KC immediately flipped the tables on NAVI.
It's a 2v2, we have to go back to live because the action's going to kick off.
Paranoia, everybody's coming to get you, and Rhilech immediately regrets his decision. He flashes out and Canna just flash follows him.
Ezreal wants to poke, and you've got a champion that's trying to dive in. Meanwhile, Ashe Seraphine is more than happy to play into that.
I guess there's the argument you use paranoia as distraction tactics. Not needed this time, he just dives in and down goes Kyeahoo.
I think this is the way you now have to play. You play through sides, you look for picks.
Oh, Rift Herald charge in. Yike leading the way. Looks to get through Samdi, does get the knock up on him well. Focus up, not quite gonna get the root, but Maynter is here. Equalizer down on Parus and Poby. Maynter still looking for a bit more of a chase, but Yike able to get out with the blast cone. In the end, the tower still stands in mid lane, but they do get the TP out, so KC will be happy with that exchange. Busio, ooh, beat drop just wide, a clipping Parus. Grand Starfall coming in as well, and Caliste is going to collapse on Parus. Opens up and the spear through his heart. Samdi the next target. Caliste, he's just walking on him. The space glide out of KC. Double control ward and a normal ward here from KC, just to make sure they had control of that bush. Drake up in 11 seconds time. KC wants it. We soul point for them as Maynter steps forward, equalizer down, paranoia on the backline. Who tries to flash away, but with the all-out going out, still managed to get the stun. Who's surviving on the backline, and Yike takes out Maynter. Canna trying to do what he can into Samdi and Poby, and with the encore, the cleanse away from Samdi will be enough, but the smite smitten down, as in the end, Canna gets it with Leandries, and KC with 5 alive. See the Nocturne in their sights. Rhilech with the chase onto Kyeahoo, who still has the stun. The fear will go off and get the kill, but Rhilech is now done. He's roasted on a spit by KC.
They haven't been able to find any more side lane picks.
It's a paranoia realm warp play, Betty.
Yeah, they need to find stuff like this.
Poby realm warp behind, paranoia in. There goes Poby, and there's the chase, and even with Tibbers down, you can't get enough. And with the Grand Starfall coming out from Yike, let's see how quickly KC can react, because there's TP already in by NAVI. Yike winning the 1v2, he'll take one. The arrow out as well, finds its mark, but it's on to Maynter. Poby able to dodge to the side, Yike put into the GA, Canna, Busio and Caliste here to help out. The equalizer does clip onto Poby, but it's not going to be enough to kill him off with the inspired shield. All out onto Yike from Maynter, but look at the healing coming out from that Echo Zahelia. KC collapse, take 2 more. Yike is still in this bush.
That's true.
They just don't know it. So Yike is just going to walk behind them as the equalizer comes out. Pathmaker out from Maynter. Canna immediately pops the stopwatch, and look at the damage down onto Navi before they've even had a chance to answer back. That's the tank, Betty! That's the tank! Scrap metal now as Caliste goes on a rampage. And Navi, they didn't get an opportunity to fight back.
A nice engage from KC as the arrow comes through. An early equalizer means that they're able to melt through Maynter and turn this terrifying front line into nothing but paper. Burnt to ash.
No way! No way!
He actually steals. Kyeahoo has to be careful about how deep he pushes in the bot side, so he's just going to take one wave and then regroup with his team.
Caliste goes in. Enchanted Crystal Arrow was cleansed away by Samdi, but you can see the shields coming out from Busio. Equalizer down as well. Does clip Parus, but a good Mantrid Inspire will get them out. Grand Starfall coming in as well. As KC look for the fight, the flank begins. Poby has found that backline. Encore coming in. There's Paranoia as well. Caliste has to flash away, but Caliste is down, and Navi are going to turn onto Canna. Yike and Busio can chase Poby and Rhilech down here. Rhilech still has the GA. Poby trying to open up onto Yike. Realm Warp out, there's no stun. Poby gets out. Rhilech now onto Busio. He's stunned up. Jungler down. So far an 80 carry for Jungler exchange, but Navi,
they have to find a fight here.
but they don't have vision. True Shot Rush comes out. They'll see it's at 14k. Could Realm Warp in, I guess, for Poby. You've still got the Paranoia from Rhilech. This is the fight that Navi have elected to take. Samdi, Arcane shifts forward onto Canna. Redemption coming down with the Grand Starfall as well. Parus having to flash away. Paranoia on the back line. They're taking out Caliste. Samdi, it's really opening up, but he's charmed by the Encore and doesn't have plans. He's going to take down Canna. The stopwatch just in time. Yahoo falling, Yike chasing on Poby, misses the spear. Canna unstoppable as Samdi falls. Parus is next up for Yike. Another spear through the heart of Navi. But KC continued to step forward. Poby and Rhilech are looking for the flank. They'll go on to Canna. Poby steps in. Yahoo flashes. Gets the stun. Equalizes down Saras enough to get the shield up. And look at Samdi down to half HP. Paranoia in from Rhilech for the fear. Poby across the wall. Putting in the overloads, but another one goes wide. Navi now all down to about half HP and have to back up. And because KC had the backup of Busio with that surround sound, he'll heal them up. Inhibitor tower on the top side has already gone down. The True Shot Barrage doesn't really find its mark as Caliste begins to step forward. Poby almost gets in range for a Rune Prison. TP behind by Maynter. KC now need to walk out through the mid lane. Maynter's going to try and collapse on them. A pin, some movement, some damage onto Caliste. He opens up into a ledge. There's the GA. Dives onto the backline. Encore onto Maynter, and now Maynter is just done for. Canna once again becomes the distraction. He'll go down, but as Poby steps up, he's immediately sent to the fountain. KC with 4 alive and only Samdi here to try and defend. Navi down. Samdi down. Rhilech and Parus stay alive, but their Nexus does not have that same fate. A Grand Starfall as Navi collapse amongst the cosmos that is KC. KC claim the win in 40 minutes.
A hard-fought battle at the end there, but it is KC that walk away with the victory. Well, but I know when there were times last split where they deliberately picked red. Oh.
I mean, they picked red in this
Poby.
game after having selection. Poby flashes away from the Emperor's Divide with Busio here as well. Flash, Acroprism, and with Yike there for the follow-up. Yeah, Poby is toast. Yeah, who's going to be given the kill? First blood to the KC mid.
Nice gank, nice play, nice collapse from Busio as well.
Looking maybe just to chunk out Canna, who has overstepped a little bit, but there's no real CC here. Maynter's just going to hit him with a couple of strokes of those glaives and then walk away. Rhilech, though, looking for the flank. Poby's on his way across as well and has that Super Mega Death Rocket. Canna tries to walk out of it, but can't, and he's just dead. Rhilech tanks the tower well. Navi now trying to turn the ties down towards the bottom side as Samdi does get the slow onto Caliste, but doesn't have vision in that second bush, and so can't chase any further. Busio still does not have the flash, and Caliste the first target. Samdi takes him and then finds fish food for dessert. A double for the Navi bot side.
Beautiful double kill, but it seems that Maynter has overstayed his welcome top.
Yep, Yike's gonna kill him.
That he will. So an easy pickup for Yike. Gets a kill back. The gold remains even. What is Rhilech up to? Is he
He's flashing the wall.
He's flashing the wall.
Okay, so Canna held on to his flash earlier, has the Chain of Corruption as well, but there's a public execution here for Maynter as he goes in for the slow. Canna needs that Chain of Corruption for the CC, but he's knocked back even through the roof. Public execution there for the follow-up, and Canna almost gets the counter kill, but can't do it in time. Samdi's up here. Ooh, sneaks into that second bush. Parus follows suit. Maynter here trying to bait out Canna. Oh, Parus walks out of the bush. The polymorph immediately, but Canna does still have the flash and will use it to get underneath the tower. The chase continues. The shot blast. Samdi picks up his third of the game. And once again, NAVI are out to an early lead. This should just be the first tower of the game as well for them.
A fast swap allows for NAVI to punish the top lane once again. 0-3-0 for Canna. It's not going to be an unperturbed top lane extravaganza. Instead, it will be a tower gone. And now Maynter can even TP bot. The question is, does he risk it? Because there's the threat of a dive. But I guess you have to assume go back to base and immediately rotate to top. It seems that the threat of a dive is here from NAVI. Casey reacts to it,
spotted out for a long time. Busio and Yike here. The crowd trying to lend their voices to Casey's idea that the dive might start gender corruption tidal wave. And great vision control from Casey. Spells the death of Samdi. Really nicely done from Casey to just wait around the corner and then strike when Navi step too fast. They got Crescent Guard out from Yike and a Mega Blast going. The vision comes out from that Scry as Boom Shock Blast goes wide. Rifto down to 400 to 4,000 HP. Crescent Guard in, tidal wave there for the follow-up. They'll go for Rhilech. Knock up from the Q3 as Yike steps a little bit further. Kyeahoo goes in with the Embers of Ice. Poby flashes out. Casey now begins to retreat, but the Mega Inferno Bomb's going to find all five. The Chain of Corruption down as Samdi falls. Kyeahoo going low. Public Execution in from Maynter as now he tries to dodge away from his former teammates. He tries, but he can't escape. KC find 2 out of the play. A great Chain of Corruption out of Canna.
KC was right at his back, ready to support him. But the best benefit of this for KC is that Canna's now at 3-3. They were able to put him behind early, but now he's back in the driver's seat as Rhilech.
Oh, Rhilech is dead here. Caliste just stayed around. Rhilech gets knocked up, and Caliste just chasing. Yike will fall to Poby. Now Parus is going to chase onto Caliste, who does have the flash. The polymorph in time, though. It's a double for Poby. Maynter has TP. Rhilech has a lot of poke. Maynter, oh my god. Oh, that is deep as all hell, Maynter. I hope you know what you're doing, buddy. Public execution out, Crescent Guard as well. Yeah, whoever to dodge away, but Rhilech is caught out by Canna. And now Maynter needs to run as well. Flashes the wall. And I feel like Maynter kind of baited in his team a little bit, Betty.
Well, I mean, I feel like the fight was over before it really started. I feel like Navi have to rely on landing poke, and they're not doing it. They're just fully committing to all-ins before any damage is able to land. They're still threatening the Baron. They have to be mega careful against the Ziggs, but here we go.
Satchel charge away from Poby. Samdi here as well. Mega Inferno coming out. There's the Emperor's Divide as well from Kyeahoo. And KC, as soon as they see Navi step forward, immediately pounce.
We look back at the fight, though.
It just baits Rhilech to walk in here, and Canna says, okay, I'll have some of that.
Yeah, Rhilech, he ends up getting rooted. A flash in from Canna to guarantee that root connecting. Rhilech has nowhere he can go. Yeah, Casey basically, oh, that's a kill.
You are correct, Betty.
Casey are just pressuring Navi into these decisions, and Navi keeps making the wrong one.
Yep. They are just that cut above this weekend.
It really does feel like we're just seeing a bit of an experience gap, where Navi, they're just cracking under the pressure, really. And Casey's doing a good job of putting them in that pressure.
Oh, nice. The rocket belt from Kyeahoo! Oh, that was gorgeous! Maynter the new target. Kyeahoo stepping forward. Maynter down. Tidal wave. The tidal wave for Busio, dude! Oh, you gotta sit back and just smile sometimes.
We talked about it right in the draft. I wasn't entirely sold. I still think they face the same problems that they had in game 1, where half the draft kind of wants to do something different to the other half. But I feel like Navi's mainly losing this game because of how they're approaching certain fights, right? And Casey is basically just out team fighting them. And they're finding bits.
Public execution onto Caliste. Mega Inferno Ball coming out as well. Maynter healed up enough to survive through it, but Yike just killed Poby. He just disappeared. And now KC is forward, can push in this mid lane. They have a Varus pushing in, this bot lane, sorry. They have a Varus pushing in mid. KC will take the first inhibitor tower of the game. And it's been 10 minutes faster than game 1. Here NAVI have been unable to really find a way back in. Rhilech did not get the lead they needed. They so often do. The Nexus tower is the new target here. Maynter trying to step forward, but KC just fend him off again.
NAVI with a valiant fight, but they've got no fight left in them as their Nexus towers quickly fall apart. The Baron-empowered minions continue the siege.
And NAVI, like they're in their fountain. Chain of Corruption comes down. Samdi with the wild growth still cannot survive through the KC onslaught. Here in Shea KC, it's a 2-0 to start the weekend.